Other in sport, as both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Caleb Sturgis now to do the honors and get us started. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Back to throw. And this one is incomplete. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. Back to throw now in his own end zone. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the defense has got it in their end zone, and that strip may have just saved this ball game for them. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
This is taken at the 3. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. And this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Oh, a nice spin. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, Kamara. Nifty move. Good move at the 30. Still going. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. A give. This is Kamara. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there out of Kamara. 46 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll go to P-Ryan trying to pound it in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Detroit! He'll get it up the middle and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's on 2nd down, Cook breaks a tackle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
A toss to Cook. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll drop the throw. Wide open receiver complete. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey.
Now it's the backup Newton. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive.
Gone!
They go play action here on first down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They'll look to throw now on first down. Airing one out for Boyd. And it pops breaks free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. That's going to be caught. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 1:59 to go in the first half. More from the desert after this. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Set. 180.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll run it now out of the gun. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets them 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Newton on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Airing one out for... He's got him in. Complete. A big play there just before halftime. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, but we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Elliott puts this one through. So we've reached halftime here on opening. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now P-Ryan. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run again with P-Ryan. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Joey Bosa in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Now let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw here. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's got room. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Again, it's Cook. Stays on his feet. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Hey!
3rd and long, it's Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Cook stripped, the ball's out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They're going to look to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Stephon Tuitt coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. first kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This will be fielded at the 17. Nifty footwork at the 45. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. 83 yards. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll look to throw here. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Joey Bosa in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. Here's Brad Wing now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. It's a 69-yard punt. 69 yards. Wow. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 2nd down, here's Newton. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Flush to his right. And he floats one there, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
20. Hey, hey. Do something.
Back to the air, Newton on second down. And that is incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And incomplete here on third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, hey.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man there is Malone. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Hey, 20.
From the red zone now, Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance.
And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Detroit! Detroit!
And they'll run it here. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes. So they will hold on to the ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that's caught by Smith. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Hey!
Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Malone. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Come on now.
From the 50, Newton. Rolling to his right. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Gun.
2nd and 10. Newton again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Great. Express.
Newton on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Gun. Hey. Great.
On 3rd down, Newton. And he finds Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll go on the ground. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. In for the score. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try. From the gun, here's Newton. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the 49ers, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.